Marcos, I've been reading a lot about Stephen Hawking lately. He was a world-renowned physicist, not only because of his breakthroughs in understanding the universe, but also because he overcame enormous challenges, including the paralysis that affected him from a young age.
That's true. He's an iconic figure. His book, A Brief History of Time, played a crucial role in bringing astronomy and physics to the general public. I remember that in 2010, he released a series called Into the Universe, where he explained complex concepts in a very accessible way. But what exactly was the warning he gave humanity at that time?
It was a serious warning about the search for extraterrestrial life. In that series, Hawking said that if aliens ever visit us, the outcome could resemble what happened when Columbus arrived in the Americas, and we know it did not end well for the native populations. He was firmly against the idea of actively seeking alien civilizations.
That historical analogy he used is powerful, and his influence in physics and astronomy remains strong. For example, he continues to be a major inspiration for astronomers like Avi Loeb, who studies theories involving extraterrestrials. But what's the theoretical basis for this fear?
His warning is closely tied to the dark forest theory. Imagine the universe as a dark, silent forest. In this forest, every civilization is like a hunter hiding among the trees. No one can see or hear one another, and any noise could reveal your exact position.
I see. So the idea is, you wouldn't want to be the first person to shout in this forest, alerting all the other hunters to where you are, and risking that someone dangerous might hear you.
Exactly. According to Hawking, we have no idea who might be out there, or whether their intentions are peaceful or hostile. Any civilization that exposes itself might be destroyed before contact is even made. So, staying silent becomes a matter of cosmic survival. That's why he strongly opposed sending out probes like the Voyager missions, which contain information about us.
Which brings us to the story of the WOW signal.
Yes, the famous signal detected in the 1970s. In 1977, astronomer Jerry R. Amon from Ohio State University was using the Big Ear radio telescope when he captured a mysterious signal coming from space. He was so astonished that he simply wrote "wow" next to the data printout, giving the signal its name.
And that's when the decision Hawking feared so much was made, right?
Exactly. Just 1 month after the signal was detected, in September 1977, scientists thought it would be a good idea to launch Voyager 1. And the most alarming part, they sent it toward the same region in the constellation of Sagittarius, where the WOW signal originated. Hawking used to say that listening to signals from the cosmos is wise, but responding to them or sending out our own may be dangerously reckless.
So Voyager 1 is now wandering through the universe, carrying a complete record of humanity.
Exactly. It carries lots of information about Earth, including maps, images, and even audio recordings. Unfortunately, when the probe was launched, Hawking didn't yet have enough influence to oppose the project. And what's even more unsettling is that many believe the consequences of that act may finally be approaching us.
And what makes this even more sinister is the arrival of 3 Atlas, or Oumuamua.
Exactly. The mysterious interstellar object known as 3 Atlas is currently passing through our solar system, and it comes from the same constellation of Sagittarius where the WOW signal originated.
Even though NASA and most scientists classify it as an interstellar comet and insist there's nothing to worry about, it displays strange behavior.
And that's where Avi Loeb's perspective comes in. He doesn't believe in so many coincidences. Loeb once said that we worry about existential threats like artificial intelligence or climate change, but we rarely discuss alien technology when we should.
Which reinforces Hawking's original fear. He believed that any civilization capable of traveling across the vastness of the universe would only do so after exhausting the resources of its own planet in search of a new world to colonize.
In other words, if 3 Atlas is something artificial, we could face the same fate as the indigenous peoples when Europeans arrived in the Americas. Exactly what Hawking warned about. The closest approach of 3 Atlas will be on December 17th at a distance of 270 million kilometers. That's far enough to avoid collision, assuming it's truly a natural object following its expected trajectory. But if it's following the Voyager message, then we have reason for concern.
A cosmic tension indeed. Hawking was convinced that sooner or later we would discover life in the universe. What was his final warning?
In his final years, he said he was more convinced than ever that we are not alone. In his own words, he warned, "One day we may receive a signal from a planet, but we should be cautious about replying." He suggested that maybe the universe is full of voices, but all whispering, afraid of being heard.
So the real danger is being the first to shout. Sending Voyager 1 with our information was like lighting a bonfire in the middle of the dark forest.
It's as if we tossed a bottle into an unknown ocean, containing a detailed map of our location, hoping it reaches friendly hands. But as Hawking suggested, if those hands belong to a civilization that has already destroyed its own home world, our message may have been an invitation to our own colonization.